back, y'all. I'm excited for this video. It's actually gonna be a pretty informal, casual style video, but I kind of decided, you know what? I'm gonna be making this stuff anyway, why not film it? I know for me sometimes, or most times, meal ideas or snack ideas, if you're hosting, entertaining, or even just for your family, can be the hardest part of the process. Like if someone tells me what to make, that's like half of the work done, right? Not quite. But in any case, we're having visitors tonight, and it's actually Josh and Megan Fox, and a lot of you guys already follow her, and I'm a good friend of hers. She's a fellow YouTuber. Go check out her channel in the description box. But anyway, it's kind of a yearly tradition for them to come down here for vacation, and we generally see each other a couple times while they're here. And this time we're having them over. This morning it was like 30 degrees or probably somewhere around there, and so I thought it's a good day for soup. We're also gonna be having some other friends over probably, so it's gonna be a little bit of a crowd. So I'm gonna have soup and a charcuterie board, and also Megan is bringing some type of dessert. We're keeping it pretty easy. Generally Sunday nights I don't really cook or anything, like it's just kind of a, you know, whatever. But I decided, it's a little bit more special, I'm gonna do something like that. And then I may try to make some braided bread. I'm not a bread person, but I was looking at Joanna Gaines's Magnolia cookbook, the #2 volume, and I kind of got inspired. I was like, that doesn't sound too hard. Maybe I could do it. Hopefully you guys will enjoy the video. So these are most of the ingredients I'm going to be using. There's chicken, a little bit of onion, garlic. Some of this stuff I'll use later on. Excuse my thumb. I was cutting bread earlier and kind of nicked myself a little bit. And then there's chicken broth, of course. And you'll notice the Walnut Creek label. I want to thank them for sponsoring the video. I'll try to talk about them in a little bit. It's an easy recipe to customize, you know, to add more things if you like. But this is what I'm using. There's also going to be some seasonings in here, which I have not gotten out yet. Alright, so I will leave it like this for now. It's really full, so I may have to transfer it to another dish once it's all cooked, but essentially you're gonna cook it for several hours to cook the chicken, and then you're gonna just like pull or shred the chicken, and then you'll add the black beans and corn and things like that towards the end, and then you'll add like sour cream, some shredded cheese if you want, things like that. I'm gonna set it on high, and I will link the recipe in the description box. It's from Pinterest, and I generally don't make everything specifically to a T like the recipe calls for, but it's something you can go by if you're, you know, just starting from scratch. So this was definitely an experiment for me. I wouldn't say it was wonderful, but it was okay. I've mentioned it before, but dough is not really my thing, and yet I feel like I should keep practicing every so often because that's the only way I'll get better, right? So here I'm starting with my charcuterie board ingredients. I'm just showing you some of the things that I picked up. Some different cheeses, soft cheeses, hard cheese. There's the Troyer's trail bologna that we like, some summer sausage, cube cheese, some Walnut Creek stuff. So then I just set about kind of dicing a bunch up and preparing it for my charcuterie board. Also, I was ready for a little break, so I sat down to do it. And while I'm sitting down, I might as well just talk a little bit about Walnut Creek Foods. I know a lot of you guys have heard me talk about them so much over the past probably year and a half or so. I love their company. They're based in Holmes County, and I've shown their stores numerous times. They make a lot of their own products, or as many as they can, and they ship to a good number of states, mainly like bulk food, deli type places, could be little gas stations. They specialize in meats and cheeses, and also they have a lot of like canned products and things like that. So I actually placed an order, which I'll show you guys in a little bit, and had it delivered here. So I'll do a little unboxing for you in a bit, but I'll have their link in the description box. You can order things online, have them shipped to you, which is really, really nice. Also, just be on the lookout for their labels in stores near you. I was still highly skeptical of my bread at this point. I really wasn't sure how it was actually going to turn out at the end, but I'll let you guys wait and see how that turned out. And here is the Walnut Creek Foods box that I received. They have Walnut Creek cheese stores, 2 of them up in Berlin and Walnut Creek. If you guys are up there in the area or you're visiting or something, definitely check them out. So I wanted to show you guys the unboxing of the Walnut Creek order that I put in. I could not believe that it was already here. I don't remember. Has it been 3 days, maybe? Well, it came really quickly because this stuff is still like ice cold. So that's pretty cool. I was gonna be vlogging on this particular day when it comes, but I didn't realize it would come this quickly, I guess. So anyway, I just thought I would just show you guys that. Definitely go check out their website in the description box and order for yourself if you don't have any near you. I think it's a great thing. So yeah, this is the marble cheese, or it would probably be similar to like Colby Jack. So I'm doing something that I haven't ever done before, but I saw in a reel or a TikTok or something a long time ago. I think it was on Instagram. But you basically take like thin sliced salami or like really large pepperoni, and you put it around like a goblet glass or something that has like a narrow top. And as you can see, you flip it around and it literally looks like a rosette. It's really, really cool. Sometimes people don't even want to eat them because, you know, they kind of look too nice to touch, you know what I mean? So anyway, I'm going to start assembling the charcuterie board. I picked up this large board at Home Goods. They have wonderful selection there usually and really good prices. So it doesn't look very big, but it's actually bigger than I've ever owned because I feel very limited usually in what I buy here for my kitchen. I don't have a very big kitchen, I don't have much storage, and so I tend to stick to pretty much what I can fit, and I don't have a lot of like extra pieces, nice serving trays and things like that. But since we're going to be moving, I'm going to have more room, and so I decided, you know what, I'm going to get one. I know I'll have use for it in the future. So what I'm doing here to the bread is a egg yolk, I think it was egg yolks, and maybe a little milk if I remember right. I can't unfortunately give you guys a recipe because it is out of Joanna Gaines's Magnolia cookbook, the #2 one. So She may have it on her website, or she might even show it in her cooking show that she does. I know she features a lot of those recipes, so I haven't watched all of those, so maybe it's in there. But in any case, it was kind of fun to experiment. And the board, you can play with so many different things. You could do a fruit board, you could do meat and cheese. This is just, I had some things I had on hand, and then the rest I kind of picked up, and there's just so many different ways to do it. I have a friend, Dorcas, and her Instagram is called Homemade for Hosting. I've featured her in my videos a few times, I think, and she's just a joy, and she does so much cooking and hosting, and she's phenomenal at it. And she's done these huge like charcuterie boards. She's done like wedding events where there's just whole tables full of charcuterie. It's unreal. So go follow her if you haven't already. So anyway, I'm back to the soup. I am at the point where I'm shredding my chicken, and I have done it before, that you just put it in, like leave it in the crock and you can shred it there. That's fine too. Just depends kind of how big of an amount you have, and I had quite a bit. So I ended up taking out a little bit of the broth later on because it was just too much. So yeah, kind of just, worked with what I had and what I thought would taste good and everything. But I'll try to put the recipes that I am able to down in the description box. So this video is a lot shorter than my normal ones, but hopefully you guys enjoyed it and found it helpful. I just know that coming up with things to make sometimes can be a challenge for me, and in any case, it was not terribly hard, and hopefully our friends enjoyed it. We enjoyed having them over, and yeah, it was so good to see Josh and Megan. I actually have another video up of her and I spending some time together. If you haven't watched that, go watch that, and she's also documenting her time in Florida as well. So yeah, this was kind of the spread that we had, plus the Melissa and Megan both brought a little bit of dessert items, so I forgot to film that fail on my end there. But anyway, we had a really good evening, and yeah, it was just enjoyable. So I encourage you guys to host in your home if you have the chance, and keep it simple. It doesn't have to be fancy, but hopefully this gives you guys some ideas. And yeah, I hope you all have a very wonderful week, and I will see you all in my next one. Bye, y'all.